Hey there, viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Studio Series Nemesis Prime. Now, if you remember my review on Studio Series Bumblebee Movie Optimus, well, at the end of that video, I talked about a Studio Series Nemesis Prime. Well, this technically isn't that figure. That was a repaint of the Bumblebee movie Optimus. Well, this is a recolor of the Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime figure. And, well, this is actually pretty cool because this is a Japanese figure. Yes, this is a Takara exclusive figure. So, yes, this is actually this is probably like one of the most coolest pieces of my collection right now. So, enough rambling, let's actually look at the box. And, well, let's just have a good look at the Takara Studio Series boxes. And yeah, they're quite different from how they are over here because, well, instead of a good look at the figure, we'd have a good look at Nemesis here. Got the vehicle mode right there. Got his name right there. We got a bit of Japanese, which, of course, I've never learned Japanese, so I can't read that. But it does say 40th, so I'm assuming this says 40th anniversary version. And we have the 40th anniversary logo here, which, okay, they just jumbled up the Autobot Decepticon symbols. This side we got a picture of Nemesis Prime. So there's no number here, so. And this side again, picture of Nemesis Prime, which is just the Optimus Prime artwork, but in a monochrome. The back we got him in both modes, and again, it's a bit different from the normal Studio Series boxes because this was not big screen inspired because, of course, Nemesis Prime was not in Rise of the Beasts. But still, I'm assuming this is either like a bio of him or it's just what he would have done in the film. I'm going to go up, this is probably a bio of the character. And it doesn't say anything about a backdrop, but fear not. There is still a backdrop in here. And it's pretty much entirely monochrome. It's like a Game Boy filter or something, but yeah, it's an entirely black and white version of Optimus Prime's backdrop. So I guess this implies a version of the story where it's Nemesis Prime and some Decepticons with the Predacons or something. That'd be a cool version of the film. But yeah, we'll come back to this later. And well, looking at the actual figure, well, of course, this is a full-on redeco of the Bumblebee Studio Series' Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime figure, which is getting a re-release next year as a normal figure. But this deco, of course, it's in Nemesis Prime standard black with teal. And honestly, I like how this looks. Like, obviously Nemesis Prime wasn't in the film. Like, there was Scourge, but obviously he was a Terracon, and this is meant to be a Decepticon. So, this was meant to just be a toy only, but still, this looks really cool. So, of course, we've got all the standard stuff that Prime had in Rise of the Beast, like the, bit in front. We have this bit on the grill here. I don't know what this is, like some sort of like roll bar or something. I don't know. These huge wind vanes on the windows or something. I'm not sure what these are either. But we have the windshield wipers. Of course, the stripes are now in teal. The windows are now in red, which looks really cool. And of course, we still have the really awkward looking back kibble, because these are the robot shins. Yeah, it's not as clean as the Bumblebee movie version, which there is. Like, I still want to get that Bumblebee movie Nemesis Prime, but I think that one's rarer, because I think like you had to buy like tickets to the ROTB film in Japan to get that figure, so I might never get that figure, unfortunately, but of course, well, all the details are just like with Prime. So, yeah. And of course, we have all the same complaints that I had with Prime, so these keep going in, just like the Earthrise figure. And of course, the back, as I've talked about, which is quite crappy, but well. And for accessories, well, it's the exact same accessories. So we've got the sword here, and I can just, well, if we open up the legs here, this can tab in. So that I can just lay right there, and I feel that sort of suits Nemesis Prime a bit more, because like he's always had a sword. Like he had one in Armada, like with the Darksaber. He's had it in Prime, because like, well, Prime Optimus had swords as well. He's had it in Power of the Primes, because I think he also had the Darksaber. So yeah, Nemesis Prime Optimus has swords, so this makes sense. And of course, he has what I like to call the "Let Them Come" blaster, because, well, Prime was aiming this when he said that infamous line in the first trailer. So, yeah. And I think this is a darker... this is a darker gray than what Prime has, but again, this can just plug into here. Actually line this up. It's a bit tricky to do, like, our arm's length, but there we go. So, yeah. You can have that fully armed, like so. And well, that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. Overall, I do quite like how this looks. Like, the deco is very clearly Nemesis Prime, and this does make me wonder about like an alternate version of the story where instead of the Autobots and the Maximals, it's the Decepticons and the Predacons. Like, who knows? Now, for a quick comparison, here he is with Optimus. And of course, this is not the re-release, this is the OG Buzzworthy version. Not sure if there's any differences between the two, but like, for these two differences, it's just the color. But still, quite a lot of color differences. Like, of course, got teal here instead of silver for the stripe. The red's now black. The windows now red on Nemesis. So, yeah. And I think the gray's a bit darker on Nemesis as well. Like, if we could compare the two guns, you can see that this one's a bit darker. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about the vehicle modes. So, moving on to the transformation for this guy. So, to get this guy transformed, we're just going to start off by removing the weapons. There we go. And, well, the transformation on this guy is exactly like how Optimus Prime transforms. Like, there's no differences whatsoever. So, we're just going to start off by untapping these back parts here from the smokestacks. And, well, that splits the legs. We're just going to get the feet out. And spin them around like so. These back bits, which tab the legs in, also spin around. And they just go down like so. And then finally, actual leg pieces will just go into here and just tab in. There we go. If they haven't done so already, pushing the gas tank pieces. There we go. So that's the legs all done. Take the front grille section, just untab that, move that out. Flip in the front wheels. Flip up these bits, and that shows the Decepticon symbol. Like so. These grey bits, just get them out like so, and they just go on here. Get the size of the truck out. And then move out the shoulders. So we just move them up like so. Move them down and then move that forward. So then we can spin this around, sort of like classic Optimus. And then he can stand up. And then this grill can just tab into the back. These sections on the forearms just fold up. And then the entire forearm spins around. Get these bits open so we can get the hands out. These grey rectangles, just going to spin these around. Open up the windows. Flip this out. That just tabs in. Then flip this little grill section in. Close up the wheels again. And well, if I can actually get them in shot here. Here we have Nemesis Prime in robot mode. And, oh my god, this guy looks amazing in robot mode. It's probably because this is a Takara exclusive figure, but, like, this guy just looks amazing. I think it's that so-called Black Convoy effect that I've heard before. Because, I mean, this is a black repaint after all. But, seriously, this guy just looks amazing. So, just having a 360. Of course, we still have the back where you can plug in the weapons if you don't want him to hold them. So, of course, we can plug in the sword. And I'm sure you can plug in this if you... I don't know, but... there is storage for the sword at the very least. And of course the head, which... on my copy, unfortunately, comes off a bit too easily. Like, trying to get him transformed. Yeah, the head comes off a bit too easily, but... hey, maybe that's how he died in the film. If you want to do, like, a hypothetical, what if Nemesis Prime was in Rise of the Beasts? But I think that's probably, like, one of my only complaints with this figure is... this head comes off a bit too easily. Because the rest of this figure looks really good. And of course, he can hold his accessories. Well, like one of them you have to flip in the hand. Because of course, this plugs in, and you can do that infamous scene. Which I'm not going to do here, but eh. And the sword, which he can either hold, like, you can have it like this. You can hold it like an actual sword if you want to do that. Or there's this little bit in here. So there's a little bit in here which it slots into. So now it sticks out his forearm, kind of like with how it was in everyone's at the full of the forest battle. So, yeah. And honestly, I think this kind of suits Nemesis a bit more. I'm pretty sure Prime did have this in the film, if I remember correctly. I only watched that film once. But still, like, it really suits Nemesis Prime, to be honest. And well, for blast effect compatibility on the gun, yeah, I mean, if you really squeeze it in there, but it does, you know, if you squeeze it on there, then yeah, it does take a blast effect. So yeah. And while putting him with Optimus, he's got the axe that came with Primal, but yeah, these look really good together. Like, of course, Prime's got the two-tone red and blue, whereas this guy's all black, but still, I can only see how much I love how these two look together for so long, so yeah, I just enjoyed this for like 5 seconds or something. Okay, there we go. Now let's move on to the articulation. Now, head is, well, of course you can see it's on a ball joint, so you can look around, you can look side to side. He can sort of look up, just be careful not to pop it off the ball joint. The arms can move, and he's got that kind of shoulders where instead of like going outwards, it moves upwards and outwards, like so. He's got elbows, which can swivel. Wrists can swivel. You can break his elbow if you want to. The waist can swivel. Thanks to the transformation, he can do an ab crunch, which is pretty cool. He can kick forward. Can't really kick back, unfortunately. But he can do the splits, like so, which is really cool. He's got knees. Got a swivel there at the thigh. Feet can move. And he's got an ankle joint. So yeah, you can get this guy into some really cool fighting poses, like, I don't know, maybe say, like, there's a alternate take on Rise of the Beast where instead of Scourge and the Terracons, we did get, like, Transit, and this guy, for example, like, instead of the Terracons, it's a few Decepticons. Like, this guy replaces Scourge, for example. Like, that's a cool alternate take, for example. And of course, you can't put it with the backdrop, which... yeah, this backdrop is honestly pretty cool looking for how great it is. Like, it doesn't say Studio Series anywhere. And of course, there's no number, because I know. But, well, that's pretty much all I've got to say about this guy. So, complaints, pretty much most of the same complaints that I had with Optimus here. Like, most of the same complaints apply, but for new complaints, honestly, I find this guy's head to be a bit more loose. Like, not wobbly, Titan Scourge head loose, but loose as in, if you're trying to transform him, you're more likely to pop the head off the ball joints. And that's just kind of annoying, but still, that's more just a minor annoyance, and so, yeah. Now, do I recommend this figure? Well, I definitely do recommend this figure, but keep in mind, this is a Takara exclusive figure. So, he'll have a Japanese box and everything. Now, I got this from In-Demand Toys, which is, I'm pretty sure it's a UK only retailer thing. Like, they even have the Thundercracker redeco for Armada Starscream and Legacy, and I do want to get that, but I'm sure, like, for the Americans, there's Big Bad Toy Store, or hell, maybe you'll get a look on eBay or something, but for me, I got this on In-Demand Toys. Because they do sell a few Takara figures. So, So yeah, I do recommend this, but you'll probably have to do a bit of looking before you find this guy. But trust me, it's definitely worth it, because this guy looks amazing on a shelf. So, yeah. Well, this has been my review on Studio Series Nemesis Prime, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.